Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Bama and we're back with another video, and as you guys can see by the title of the video, today we're going to be talking about all the events that are going to be coming out in 2.2 in Genshin Impact. So I guess we should go ahead and talk about the one that a lot of people are very excited for. It is going to be the little hangout event that you actually are going to get to do with Sayu and Tohma, which is very cool. I'm super excited to be hanging out with Tohma, especially because that's my bro, and that's really cool to say the least. So it is the hangout event series part 3, which will be coming soon in the update. But now for the main event of the whole version itself, like the main showcase headline event of them all, which is the Labyrinth Warriors event. And basically in this event they will have a currency which is called aged tokens, which can be exchanged for items such as primogems, mora, and so forth. And in this event you are also going to be accompanied by this paper figure called Shiki Taisho, and Shiki Taisho is going to actually be helping you a lot, which we will be talking about. And this is going to be setting place in the domain, the Mystic Anemo chamber, and in this chamber itself you're going to need a combat party as well as a support party. And now going back to what we were saying about Shiki Taisho, he's actually going to be lending you this magic which is called Shiki Fuda. This magic, or the magic seals, can give you stuff such as buffs. You could summon spirits and even create barriers for your team. And also in this chamber there will be 5 levels inside of it, and each room contains different stuff. And once at the end, once you defeat monsters, you will randomly obtain items afterwards, and one of those items being battered Shiki Fuda, which is used to obtain buffs for your team, and the other one damaged replicas, which can be used to enhance your Shiki Taisho's abilities, which is still very cool. And at the end of the event, this event will give out a free 4-star xinyan, which is still very interesting. And now for the next event, Shadow of the Ancients. And what's really cool about this event is it's actually going to be on the new island Tsurumi, which is going to also be dropping in this update like I said before. And in this actual event you're going to be investigating this ruin grader that has mysterious healing powers, and you're also going to meet a scholar from Sumeru, or at least he's from Sumeru. I believe his name's Hosini or Hoshini. Please correct me if I'm wrong, if I'm pronouncing it incorrectly. And in this event there's actually going to be 3 phases in it, which we're going to be talking about. First phase, this scholar is going to give you a gadget to discover in new areas in search of components to repair this machine device called Persina Spikes. You're basically going to be doing it with an item called Aisha's Chaos Prospectors, which will also be in all 3 areas of the game as well, Liyue, Inazuma, and Mondstadt. And you do get rewards and chests for doing these puzzles and stuff that you're going to be doing throughout the event with these gadgets. Still very rewarding. And now for the next phase, data sampling. In data sampling you're basically going to be doing this challenge where you're going to be testing the spikes by recharging them with electro attacks. Once you do this, it actually is going to draw in enemies, so make sure you keep your guard up and you are defending it, because if the enemies just so happen to hit the spike, it's going to lower your spike's integrity, and then you're just going to fail the challenge and have to do it over and over again. So make sure you're on guard and you're keeping them away from it so that you can do the event. And now for the last phase, and the very most important one, it's going to be live testing. Basically in this you're going to be fighting the ruin grader, and you're going to need to charge all of your Persina spikes in a certain time limit in order to defeat it. And keep in mind, if you don't do that and you just try to kill him right off the bat, you don't even want to charge up any of the Persina spikes or anything like that and cut off the power supply, you will not be able to beat him, because he's just going to keep healing forever, and he's just going to have God mode and be God, I guess. So make sure you do cut off the power supply. Jumping into the next event, which I think is the most interesting one of them all, Tune to the World Sounds. Basically in this event, Kazuya is going to give you this instrument called the Floral Zither, and you're basically just going to play a melody with other characters. So the characters being Zhongli, Ningguang, Ketching, Xiao, Kokomi, Ayaka, and the Raiden Shogun. And there are going to be difficulties. You will unlock normal difficulty automatically when you do the event. You do need to get a certain rank grade on that difficulty in order to unlock the later difficulties, which ends at the pro difficulty. And it is for 7 characters, so keep in mind there are going to be a lot of difficulties and stuff like that. So this may be very challenging for some of you, but I'm sure you can do it. And now for the next event, Dreams of Bloom, which I think this is the most underrated one because I know there are actually a lot of people that are very hyped for this one. This one's going to be involving flowers and stuff of that nature. So you're going to meet this person called Sayaka, you're going to meet this person called Sakuya or Sakuya. I don't know how I'm pronouncing it, once again correct me if I'm wrong, and basically she's going to give you materials to get these special seeds, and once you get the seeds, you're going to end up planting the seeds. Once you plant them, they're actually going to grow into something called dream blooms, and there actually are 3 different dream blooms, and they can all be different colors, which is still very cool. You know, shout out to a lot of you guys that are really interested in flowers and stuff like that. And another cool thing about this event is you could send flowers to your friends, so if you have too much of one flower and your friend might need it and you have no more use for it, you know, you could swap it, and you know, vice versa, so on. And once you actually do get a certain rank in this event, you will get customized flower stands, which, you know, is really cool. They're definitely catering to a lot of you guys that are interested with gardening and stuff like that. So, you know, I can't even hate. I'm very happy for you guys. So basically with this event, you're just gonna be doing gardening. You know, you complete the task for the NPC, and then you can send flowers to your friends, and you can make furniture for yourselves, which, you know, choosing a stand for flowers and just flowers everywhere. So if you're very interested in this event, which I know some of you are, this is the one for you. And at the end of the event, you actually do get a special gardening package, which is very cool. So definitely grind out this event, I would definitely say that. And keep in mind, you are planting these seeds in the actual teapot, so if you had any confusion about that, there you go. And now for the last event, which is the one I'm most excited for, the Leyline overview, which if you guys played Genshin in the past, you definitely know what this event is. Basically, it involves your Blossom of Wrath and your Blossom of Revelation, where, you know, you consume your original resin to get double drops and Mora and character XP and so on. And you do get 3 chances daily to do it, so it isn't like you could do it unlimited times. It's basically just an event for double drops involving your resin, you know, so if you do need those materials and stuff like that, this is definitely the event to grind. Although you can't, you know, technically grind it. And with that being said, there are a few things that I do want to add at the end of this that I do want to talk about, and one of those being that there is actually going to be a new chest called the Remarkable Chest, which is basically for obtaining furnishing blueprints. So if you're on the creative side, like I said, a lot of you guys that are like gardening and stuff like that, you might like this as well, because it is somewhat you decorating and being creative. So it's just a new way for obtaining blueprints, but it's, you know, furnishing blueprints. And with this as well, there's actually going to be floating platforms which you can actually put furnishings on them. And on top of that, there is going to be a new realm layout, and it just looks absolutely astonishing. So, you know, once again, if you're on the creative side, there you go. And, you know, the last thing I want to talk about, they did increase the artifacts inventory from 1,000 to 1,500. So I know a lot of you guys needed that. I needed that. So, you know, I think in this update, we're all getting a win somewhat. And with that being said, I think I basically covered everything. If I missed anything, please let me know down below. I was trying to get this out because, you know, the stream did just end not too long ago. So with that being said, hopefully you guys all enjoyed. I actually am new to making Genshin content, so please let me know how I did in this video. But that's gonna do it for the video today. Hopefully you all enjoyed, and until next time.